Don't you make fun of my dorky hair. It's just doing what it does. I washed all the oil out of it. I hate that so much. Anyway, I want to talk about the 4th of July and what happened last night. It was so cool. And the reason why I'm talking about it was more or less just understanding how manifestation works and having fun with it. It's an experience. It really is. I mean, this is the whole point of being alive, is to come out here and have creative endeavors. Some people are good at, like, I know I'm kind of going off topic, but some people are good at, like, building things, building boats, building survival, building mobile buses where you live in them with furnaces and, like, a bed, and, like, they just deck it out. It got wooden interior. It just keeps going on and on. That is creation. And the reason why I talk about manifesting is it doesn't matter what you like. If you want to build a bus, like one of those buses I just described, where, you travel across America and it's badass and everyone takes pictures and, wow, it's so cool. I wish I had a bus that I threw. You can manifest it. That's what I mean, as in the sense of how you even afforded it, or the right type of bus, or meeting somebody who's good with the wood interior part. You know what I'm saying? Even manifesting a person that you're dating that also has the same goal. Stuff like that. Anyway, so that's why I like talking about manifesting, because I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't care if you play basketball. You can manifest that ball going in that hoop. Like, in the weirdest ways. Like those videos you see on TikTok or YouTube where people, like, throw the water bottle and it just lands and everyone's like, whoa, oh my God. Stuff like that happens because there's a vibe attached. There's an expectation attached to it and stuff. I know you've seen videos where people, like, sit there and throw cards at things and, like, land them in the craziest places. I'm just saying that it looks like it's all physical. Life looks like, the illusion is, it looks like I'm here and now deciding to do something and I throw it or do something and it lands. When law of attraction is the wind that blew the card into that slot after you threw it. Law of attraction is the way your body and muscles even moved in the matrix for it to be thrown. That is manifesting. I just kind of use the word generally. There's probably somebody out there, maybe who knows some kind of form of metaphysics, or I don't know, some topic where they have a big word that's actually the right word. But it really is just it is at the root. You just manifest. You're creating your reality. That's what I mean. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about 4th of July. Well, a few days before the 4th of July, I went to get sushi at this place, and it was the best sushi I ever had, and I bought it. It was called Dynamite. It was called Dynamite Sushi when I bought it, right? When I bought it, it started to rain. I went to Walmart here. I got a soda, and I sat down, and there was fireworks. Dynamite fireworks going off. I got a video about it, and it was really cool. But so that happened, and I kind of already expected, because I've been playing around with manifesting and how everything's an indicator of what I'm vibrating. So it's kind of like you figure out yourself through your environment. That's not how I would describe you to do it, for you to do it, because you shouldn't look outside of yourself to see if you're vibrating correctly. What I mean is, in life, things could happen that look bad, and you're like, how could this happen? I was feeling good. If you're feeling good, it's irrelevant. I've had guns in my head. I've had knives being threatened to be in my gut. I've gotten into car wrecks. All of it I've survived and made money off of and benefited off of in amazing ways. Not because it was a great day. It was because it was horrible outside of me. I did not say, oh no, I got in a car wreck. Let me just lower how everything's going on internally to reflect what's going on outside. No, I just kept my vibe up. And then later on, the universe was forced to give me that which I put out, which was this feeling. And you already have programs and manifestations on loops that are running, that are coming in because you have certain beliefs. Maybe it's cheating girlfriends. Maybe it's you get shit robbed from you. It doesn't always work out, whatever. And you got positive ones too. Anyway, so on the 4th of July, I ended up going to Adirondack. I don't remember how to pronounce it. I went to the number one place that it was mentioned in Colorado. I'm in Colorado, 4th of July. Where should I go? Number one. Okay, so I went to that location. It's like some place that starts with an A. Anyway, so I was driving and went there, and there was like, thousands of people, and it wasn't even close to the actual area where they're launching the fireworks. So I just well, it was closed, but I didn't go to the actual spot like the fields because I kind of figured it was full because there's all these people parked miles away from it. You know what I'm saying? And I parked my car. I got out and, you know, I'm walking down the street and here's like a Walgreens. And then on the other side, there was like this creek thing. So I ended up sitting near this creek on this rock so I could see the fireworks and the reflection in the water, which was really cool. Wasn't that good of a fireworks display. And I kind of expected it because, like I said, I've been manifesting for a while. So something about having that moment with the dynamite sushi and the fireworks, it's like I already had my 4th of July. That's how I saw it. I already had my 4th. Like that little moment for some fucking reason was my 4th of July. And I knew that. It wasn't even the 4th of July. But I knew that was my moment. Because it was just perfect, you know. I'm a Taurus stellium, I'm eating food. Oh, I could feel it. I could taste it. Drinking the soda with the sensation of the hearing the yeah, oh, perfect. Anyway, so I went to 4th of July, sat down on the rock, saw the fireworks. It was horrible. I don't care. I don't care at all. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but like I remember I was seeing a firework display out in Missouri where I'm from, and like the grand finale at this fireworks display that I just went to is like the normal, the normal amounts throughout the entire 30-minute firework display, like in Missouri. And then the grand finale there was like fucking insane. And then when I watched this, the only good part was the finale. And it was like, 3 fireworks went off at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's so stupid. Anyway, but because I had a powerful vibe, instead of it just playing out like that, I traveled to come here to see these fireworks, and I felt good the whole way. And I already knew that I already had my 4th of July event. So I didn't really expect it to be amazing, though if I did, it would be even more amazing. But anyway, the point is, there's a certain amount of level of, dude, there's only so many fireworks that they bought, right? You can feel them not putting the taxpayers' money or however they pay for fireworks, you know? Actually, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I sat there for 30 minutes, they were like, this is a firework. This is a firework. Those 3. Those 3. I don't know if you're paying attention. Anyway, I was sitting there thinking, man, they rob people in this fight. At least, or that, or in Missouri, I don't know, but like in Missouri, it must have been like $100,000 worth of, I swear to God, like it's not, but it just seems like it was like 5 times better than this one. Anyway, but I still felt great, right? So I'm watching I swear this is literally how it happened, right? Walgreens is across the street. There's all these people sitting around in their fucking chairs, and here's the big finale, 3 or 4 fireworks, going off at the same time. So there's fucking and then at that moment, the sprinklers went off. I swear to God, there was like, bah, 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 bah. Everybody clapping. And like right when it died down, it wasn't over. The fucking sprinklers came out of the ground, started spraying all these people, and started laughing so hard. And when you think about it, it's really cool, right? Because it's like, look what I manifested today. What did I manifest? I talk about astrology, so it's in my mind a lot. If you're not into astrology, that's okay, but I think about it a lot. So the 4 elements, I watched the Avatar, Last Airbender show all the way through like twice in my life. It's a big thing. The 4 elements in my mind, as in I individually, because it's in my mind. If you're a fucking person that works at IT Tech or something, you're thinking different things, and you probably don't even at all try to use reality as a schematic. Probably don't use earth, air, fire, and wind as a schematic to understand reality or whatever. You might have your own whatever, but I do. So anyway, and I have no problem admitting that. I'm not trying to sit here and say this is how life works necessarily. I'm saying that's how I see life, therefore this is how life works. Anyway, so it was really cool because if you think about it, usually fire's on the ground. Like when a fire happens, it's usually on the ground, and usually rain comes out of the sky, water falls out of the sky, which, by the way, all that's kind of weird anyway. But this day, fire was in the sky, and water came out of the ground. It was so cool. There's fire in the sky and the water out of the ground. And it was beautiful. You have no idea. Like, even the way it happened, it was so sad. I was laughing so hard, and the people that were getting soaked were laughing. They were like, fuck, again, my dorky haircut. And they were like, fuck, other stuff. And the way I perceived it was so funny. In my mind, I'm thinking Walgreens just sitting there, and they're like, all right, that was it. 4th of July is over. Get the fuck off the property. Just turn on the sprinklers. Time to go home, everybody. Pack your shit up. I'm gonna sit here in front of my building for free. Anyway, so that was cool. That all happened. I ain't gonna lie, I'm so tired. So this video might be, whatever. And the reason why I'm tired is I worked I went to the gym. I only work 1 day a week, right? And I've worked at this job for 2 months at this McDonald's, and I got a bunch of stories how it all worked out, and I got my car paid off for half the price, so I'm happy I didn't work longer, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and so last night I'm sitting here, I'm in this car right here where I'm sitting, and I'm playing on my Switch. I'm playing on my Nintendo Switch right here, and I'm playing Overwatch 2. I got Starbucks Wi-Fi. And I'm playing a competitive game. I am kicking this other team's ass like so hard. It was like it's the farthest I've ever gotten in competitive. So it was like, just I'm second rank in silver. If you're good at Overwatch, I don't know, but we're all at where we're at. Anyway, and yeah, I swear to God, I'm sitting here to this day, I'm still wondering what happened. I was kicking this other team's ass, and I look over and there's like 4 or 5 cops all of a sudden outside my car, and I had my headphones in. I was like, no. I was like, how's it going tonight? I was like, great. I'm like, I'm playing a competitive game. No. I was like, I can't do this. And then he starts saying, yeah, we had reports of you or somebody out here saying dead bodies. And I was like, dead bodies? Oh, it's just like, oh my God. It was right there. I'm like, this is almost demanding my attention from the game. And then my manager calls. And I was like, what in the holy... And I say this out louder in front of the cops. So what in the holy fucking manifestations is going on? Like, did I get a call and I answer? He's like, I need your fucking help right now. He's right down the street. Anyway, and it all played out great. But it just blew me away that how it pops up, right? Because I'm enjoying myself. I'm playing this game. I look over, there's like 4 fucking 5 cops. I got my side door open, like, I don't know if you can tell, to keep my air flowing. So I got this thing open just like that. I got cops staring at my bed. Really hot female cop staring at my bed. I'm like, maybe later, when your sergeant over here leaves, I don't know. Anyway, with all the shit that's going on, oh, I'm done. Oh, I'm gonna get a body, all right. She's gonna be lifeless by the time I'm done with her. I'm done. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sitting there playing games, and I'm like, dead bodies. Like, this is the charges. Like, not the charges, but this is the allegation. This is what's happening, right? Geez. Like he's like, you don't think you said that? I'm like, I'm playing. He's like, you don't think you said that in the video game? And I was like, bro, it's just such a weird thing to say. Dead bodies, I can imagine me saying, I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's a video game, right? Like, I could see me saying that, or I'm gonna shoot you, or you son of a bitch, I killed you, you bastard. Like, I can see me saying things like that, but dead bodies, this is the weirdest. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. Anyway, so in life when things like that happen, actually, if you're paying attention, you'll be able to see why those are happening. And I have 1,001 stories of, for some reason, my higher self, I guess, just loves coordinating police officers to my location so I can create a mastermind to manifest stronger. For some reason, I have stories, especially with the airport one with the 15 cops. I have stories of, for some reason, like me, I'm meant to go somewhere or something happens, and in order to amplify the energy and the impact of what's going on, police officers are called. It's almost like the universe is aware of the fact that we can just summon people to a place, and those people are under some kind of illusion of why they think they're there. And so cops usually show up. And cops usually have certain mentalities, and like attracts like. I have a certain mentality. I might be a skinny fuck, and I might not be fit for being a police officer, But I've done things that I know police officers could do, and I've done things some police officers can't do. And I've had those moments where we could look at each other and see that. I've had those moments with cops, man. I remember this one time, I had a side story, but I love this story so much. I was at Warrenton High School. I don't go there. I was just at the high school. I was walking around with my 6-foot stick. So I'm outside in the field in the like the soccer or whatever, the football field. Anyway, outside there's a big old track around it with a fence. And I'm out there with the 6-foot stick, and I'm swinging the stick, and I see a cop come towards me. So I'm engaging in a polite way with this cop. And what he tells me, this actually has to do with my twin flame a little bit. So it's a little bit spiritual. I'll bring it up because it's really cool. This is how I knew twin flames are real. I have a few of these. I know twin flames are real because I have stories that don't make any sense, where people report seeing another human being next to me that's not there. And I have a few of them where people swear to God they saw another person, a girl. Sometimes it ain't a girl, sometimes it's just a person. But I had one person who had cataracts or whatever, and they were holding the sign on the side of the road. I could feel him from across I know I'm kind of going off topic so much, but anyway, I could feel the moment. I know I'm supposed to be excited. Someone's going to hear this, and it's meant for them. But anyway, maybe we're on a twin flame journey. Anyway, so there's a dude with cataracts, and he could see a girl. And I could feel him from across. He swore to God there was a person next to me, and it blew him away when I walked up closer, and he didn't know where she went. But anyway, I was in this field swinging the stick, and a teacher said there's 2 people outside. One of them has a baseball bat. So I say that because illusion energy is so strong. Manifesting is real. And there's a lot going on. There's billions of people on the planet. Some people are really good at it. And some people are really good at it and have groups of other people that are really good at it. And they get together. Kind of like what I just described with the police officers in order to create a mastermind. The difference is the people I'm describing are quite consciously aware that they're getting together to put out vibes. They go to town, they go to cities. There's experiments done where crime rates go up or down depending on when the group of people decide to do what they do. It's a big topic. I'm not trying to get into it all. Anyway, so I'm sitting there talking to this officer, and he's describing to me about how there's like another person, bright as fuck out, sunny day, no clouds. It's a flat surface, big old football field, a fence around it, and another huge field all around besides the building that is the school. There's nobody anywhere ever. There never was. And they reported that there was another person with me. Anyway, and so after asking me questions about where this other person was, there was this cool moment. It was so cool. My intuition kicked in. And I had my staff in my hand, and I 180'd midway in talking to this cop. This cop never told with his eyes or anything that there was another officer practicing his sneaking up on me. He practiced it by going over the fence and kind of came up behind me. And it was so cool. My higher self informed me that somebody was in my swing range with my stick the exact moment they were in my swing range. So there was this really cool moment I had with this officer. He was a really big dude. I'm talking to this cop, 180 with my stick in my hand. This cop put his hand on his gun. I'll never forget that. It was so cool. I'm not saying I could win, but in that moment, yeah, I would have won flawlessly. I would have got killed maybe by you know what I'm saying. But you? No. I would have been like, right. I mean, I swear to God. If I could throw rocks and sticks up in there and smack that shit 9 out of 10 times, best believe I'm not going to miss your fat ass head. You fucking idiot. But I'll never forget that. It was such a great... I know I kind of went off topic, but man, I love that story. So, and it's funny because the Warrenton High School is the Warriors. That's their mascot emblem. It's the Native American Warriors. I have a story about walking towards my death in Native American territory. I'm in Warrenton. I live off Warrior Ave, and I'm at the Warrior High School. That's what happened. At that time in my life, I lived off of Warrior Ave in the town of Warrenton. By the way, in my astrology chart, I have a stellium in Scorpio and a moon in Aries, the war signs, and in the 10th house of Capricorn, exalted in Mars. So in general, ever since that experience walking towards my death, meeting my higher self, who has the energy more of Scorpio Aries than I do, my little low self ego, actually the big deep topic on what these things even are. But anyway, get into archons and stuff, just talking about that. These little archonic bodies that are kind of limited anyway. Anyway, so it's really cool because I'm on Warrior Ave. I'm at Warrington High School, you know, got the fucking Native American with the spear, and here I am. For some reason, I felt guided to be here this day, and now I'm being told that they can see another human being near me, and I don't see him. And now something's telling me that there's somebody behind me. This is so cool. Life's so interesting. I didn't see it playing out like this when I was growing up. It was awesome. Anyway, so I said all that. That was cool. I know I tangented off of I guess I was talking about, I know I said my fireworks story and then my police officer story. Yeah, I went to the job. It all worked out. But yeah, a lot of times cops are summoned to my location for that. So the fact that they said dead bodies is like a code word, and I'll understand what that means through manifesting later. Like my twin flame's probably doing something, and that will probably make sense more if I ever talk to her on why the fuck. Because the way it played out was kind of like a big package. It was like a package deal, and obviously. What did I do when all that happened? I knew to go to work. If it didn't play out like that, maybe I wouldn't have gone to work and made that money. Now, I guarantee you, when the money comes in, the money number on my paycheck will be some really crazy exact number. And I know that because the way in which this manifestation happened, because it's a portal. Life is like you walking through portals. You don't see it like that, but there's indicators, which is what's in your environment. The fact that I'm just playing a game. And by the way, the part, I don't want to say this, the part that got me laughing, this is how my mind works, and you should rewire your mind like this too. I was like, what was going on in the game world? like, was there some kid, like on the other end of that game who was just on a losing streak? Who's gonna like snap and kill people if he like fucking lost this game? And God was like, all right, because I'm kicking their ass. So I'm number one on my team. I'm playing Reinhardt. You know, I'm over here with the 20 kill streak and 2 deaths. Getting like, you know, and I don't know about you, but getting killed in a game with guns with an axe just starts to piss you off. So that's why I play them. Anyway, so what happened was like somebody better have had cancer or something. That's how I was thinking. Like on the other end of that game was like kicking something. Like was somebody gonna fucking kill themselves if I didn't, you know, if they didn't win? And God was like, all right, you know, it's a fucking 5 cops. No, I'm not. No, dead bodies. No, I'm not. My manager is calling. All right. Turned it off and I went to work. But I thought that was fucking funny. I was like trying to play this game. I'm just raping. I'm raping this other team. I ain't gonna lie. And I hate when it happens. Honestly, I hate when it happens to me. But it was a competition game, and I'm like, I'm not giving. They're good. Don't get me wrong. This other team was good. They're in the competition, right? It just played out to where I'm just like, I don't know, just slightly more in tune with myself. I'm just made evidence by my manifestation. I'm just on point. If somebody were to throw something, I'd probably catch it. I don't even have reflexes. That's kind of how I was feeling. Like, I was just getting lucky through the game because you manifest through everything. So I got stories of me manifesting through video games. I got stories of me being in a room with a meth head who was bullying. He said some shit, hurt my feelings. And he was just getting like a 27 and like 3 on Call of Duty. Side note story, I guess I'll say this real quick. Because I really just like talking about manifesting and giving you more evidence of how this plays out in people's actual lives, aka my life. It's the only life I can actually vouch for. And when you live this life, it's amazing. And it's saying whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe it can achieve, I could bring myself to believe that I have the power to say with words out loud that you're going to suck ass at this next game. And it happened. It was so cool. So I'm in this meth house. I got the dude who tried to stab me in my mountain story. I'm at his brother's. Anyway, it's a long story. So I'm in this meth house trailers. You know, kids run around in their diapers at age 12. It was fucking horrible. You know, I've been to some nasty, horrible places. And there's this couple, and they're playing. He's playing. This dude's playing Xbox, and I have stories about this guy in the past, so I know him. But anyway, I'm at his house. I kind of ended up here randomly last second. I didn't know he lived here or anything. I didn't know that the dude who tried to stab me, that this was his brother this whole time. So I knew his brother before I met him, Alex. And anyway, so I'm sitting there watching him play this game. He got like 27 kills and like 2 or 3 deaths, right? That's like really good in Call of Duty. Like he's X, you know, nice throw, stab, grenade. You could see it. He's, you know, flow, slide into the room, stab again. Next, got shot, got killed once, comes back, 10 kill streak. Like, you know, he's just doing great. That was his game. And we were talking, and he said something, and him, his girl, and a bunch of other people in the room, Dyer's a little bitch, lower his vibe, he don't know shit. That was the vibe. And I remember there was a little moment there I got really fucking angry. I didn't really express. And by the way, I was in a room full of fire signs. The dude was a Sag. His girl was a Sag. Alex is an Aries, Sag, Aries. Everybody's fire signs. There's not a single person in this room besides me and that's because I was going through trial by fire. I have stories about that. Anyway, so every single person, the chances are all fire. Even if you look deep in their chart, they're fire, 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 fire. Like, they're just fire. Everybody's fire. Fire makes you feel how you feel increased. This is not where I didn't come up with that. That's from Dolo the Pilot Man. I don't want to steal his information. But he was one of my first teachers. I only got a few minutes left, so let me finish this story. I guess I'll end it up. But anyway, what does that mean? If you're pissed, you're more pissed. If you're happy, you're more happy. When you're having sex with fire signs, it's great. Because if you're feeling great, they're feeling great. Like, I mean, you are feeling great. Water feels how other people feel. Fire makes you feel how you feel. The fire just creates more heat. So it just intensifies the vibe in the room. So when everybody was starting making fun of me, burning me, right? Fireside's good at that. So here I got the Aries, Sag, Aries with the Sag and the Sag. Everybody's fucking fire sign just attacking me. And I could feel it. And I got angry, which I increased my power. And at that moment, I decided. And I said out loud, I looked him in the eye. I said, oh yeah? Well, you're going to suck ass on this next game. And I remember his face did this. He said, well, I'm not gonna, like, he did this weird eye thing. And the way I took that in my mind was I directed it so well that his ability to, like, go over the energy ball, I know it sounds so stupid, but this is how I perceived it at this moment. Like, I said, you're gonna suck ass at this next game. And he's like, well, I'm, like, totally not gonna suck ass at this next game. Like, he's just kind of, you know, like, around the whole problem I just put in front of you. Anyway, so what happened was 27-3, right? That next game, he got like 4 kills and like 18 deaths. And it was crazy how it happened because he was playing and then his controller died. Like, he was sucking ass. Like, he was missing his shots and then his controller died. And then he's like, babe, the batteries. And she went to grab the batteries and the whole shelf fell onto the bed, which wasn't as loud. It's not like a big crash. But some things fell off the bed. But this whole shelf fell and hit the bed with the batteries. And he's like, babe! And she's like, I'm fucking trying! And there's I'm just laughing. And he's just getting slaughtered. Slaughtered! He's just getting spawn kill. Spawn kill. Spawn kill. I just fucking laughing so hard. Yeah, he got like 3-4 kills, 18 deaths. 27-3. See how fast that switched. Go watch Abraham Hicks videos. You don't believe me. She'll talk to you all day about going to sports games and goes, did we just create that win? Of course we did. A person hooked up to Source is stronger than millions who are not. There's this old woman I watched on the news. She has guessed every fucking Cardinal game or whatever she went to. They have won like so many times in a row. It was phenomenal. You can look it up. But I know it was the Cardinals, you know, from Missouri. And it's like 20 or 30 times she's like, every fucking time she's gone, they've won. And she's like got an ongoing bit. There's people that's figured it out in the early stages and was like, holy shit, like 20, 30, 35 times out of all these decades, you know, it's only when she goes, you know, and it's crazy. That's how life works. Anyway, I guess I'm going to end this because this is going to cut out in a minute. I know I kind of went left and right and everything. I hope you enjoyed my story time. I didn't get a lot of sleep because I was just like, I went to the gym. I did like 1,000 reps and then I worked all day. And then, you know, by the time I got off work, it's 5 a.m. I live in my car. It's like 9 a.m. now. So I think I got like 4 hours of sleep. But man, I tell you what, my communication's gotten so much better since I quit pot. I'm so happy about that. So much worth it. And like I said, to go back on my drug thing, to say one more thing. Drugs can get you to places. They can open up your mind. They have advantages, but they will always block you from further growth at a certain point. I read that just like an hour ago on somebody else. I stole it. I just stole that. So it was about marijuana. I just stole it. I'm not going to lie. But it's true. Like, that is true. At a certain point, you're going to realize that you can't go any further with this. It has its uses. I had a Kundalini awakening on meth. I'm going to tell you right now, ain't no better ride through the underworld than on meth. There ain't no better way of seeing the Exorcist movie live in the backseat of your car than when high on meth. I'm telling you. It wouldn't have done it right. The whole energy wouldn't have been right. It was awesome. in a creepy, dark, demonic. Didn't want to fucking go through it again. Kind of had to go through like about a couple months of mental therapy with myself to get through it. But anyway, I'm gonna end it. I love you guys. Like, subscribe. Have a great day.